Auntie? Dad?
那当
Oh,
然还有
there's
他
her
了。
too, of course. Kiana? Yeah, I've talked with my
我
aunt
刚
and
才
my
和大姨
dad.
妈还有老
So
爸都聊
next
过了，
is my one
所
and
以
only
接下
sister,
来
of course.
当然就是我唯一的姐姐嘛。虽然
This
这样
might
问
be
可
a
能会
little
有些唐
bold,
突，
but
不过
how
拯
do
救
we
世界
feel to save the
感觉如何？
world?
怎么说呢？
How? Pretty
还挺轻松
easy?
的。如果放在
If
半
this
年
was
或1
6
年之
months
前，
ago or a
我
year
可能一边
ago,
嘴
I
上
might
说
have
着无所谓，
said
一
that
边又在
doesn't
心里觉
matter
得这
or
是一个
really
沉甸甸
feeling
的担子。
overwhelmed.
但当这
But
一天真
when
正到
the
来
day
的时候，
actually
我
come,
反而发觉
it doesn't feel
自己并没有
real.
什么实感，我还
I'm
是
still
我，
me, and there's no difference at
其实
all.
根本就没有什么区别嘛。
That's good. I'm
那我就
relieved.
放心了。和我当
Almost
年
the
的感
same
想
as my thought and
几乎如
feeling
出一辙
all
呢。
those years ago.
你是指
You mean the bubble
世界泡
universe
的事，
incident? Yes, bearing the destiny of
背负
all,
着所有人的命
becoming
运，
the hope of all,
成为大家的希
becoming
望，
an existence that's
乃至神一
godlike.
样的存在。这听上去
This
非
might
常夸
sound
张，
like a
但
wild
也仍然只是一种工
exaggeration,
作。
but still, it's
在
just a
工作之
job.
外，
Outside of
我
work,
们也只是
we're
普
still
通的人
ordinary
而已。
humans,
从结
and the
果来说，
results makes us
反而
feel
会
that
让我
we
们
are
感觉
much
自己
more
比想
normal
象中
than
还
we
要
think
踏
we
实。
are.
是啊，
Right, so
所以
there's
才会
this
有一种
intense
强烈的不
surreal
真实感。
feeling.
不过
But maybe
或
it's
许就
like
像那
what
个娜姐妹所
Ragnar
说的那样，
Sanpei said.
未
The
来的希
flowers of
望
the
的生活
future will one day
也总
find
有一
something
天
they want to
将找到自己
protect.
想要守护的东西。我们是如
That
此，
is how we
我
are,
们之
and
后
the
的一代代人
generations
也
coming
同样
after
会如
us
此。
will be the same.
更何况我们
Also,
对自己的
with
能力也
very
信心十足，
confident in our
对吧？
ability. Yeah,
是啊，
it's not who should
与
save
其
the
说有
world,
谁应当拯
but
救
more
世界，
like it's us
倒不
who
如
want to
说
save the
是我
world.
们想要拯救世界。或许从一些极
Maybe
端的
what
情
we're
形看
doing
来，
doesn't seem like
我
saving
们
the
的所
world
作
in
所
some
为
extreme cases,
可能称不上拯救，
but it doesn't matter.
但这没有关系。 我
We're
们只
just
是用自
using
己
our
的
own
力量，
power to
将
make
这
this
个不美好的
non-perfect
世
world
界
a little
变得稍微
better.
更好了一点。与所
And
谓
it
的
has
责任
nothing to
心无
do
关，
with
这只
responsibility.
是我们想要
This
去
is
做，
just something we
觉得做
want
来
to
有趣的
do
事情，
and have fun doing it, that's all.
仅此而已。
I feel like
总
it's
觉得有
really
姐姐你说出这
unconvincing
样的
when you
话，
say something like
显得
that.
超级没有说服力呢。
Then
那
how about we play
下次我来找
basketball
你打篮
together
球怎
next
么样？
time? Why not
为
soccer?
什
We
么不
have
是踢
enough
足球
people
啊？
to make
玩
2
5人制
5-person
也应该
teams,
够吧？
right? Of course, you
那
can
当然
play
是因为你约
soccer.
等于不会踢啊。
Compared to
比
you, I
起
have
你
lots
来，
more
我现在可
time
是有好多时
now
间
to
能用来练习
practice.
呢。
Just
你就
wait.
给我等着吧。
Okay, it's a deal.
好啊，一言为定。
Alright,
一言为定。
let's hope you remember.
这样
I've
就和
spoken
我
to
所有
all
的亲人
those
都联系
dear
过
to
了。
me already.
按这个顺序，
And in this order,
接下来
the
应该
next one
是
should be... Herrscher of
时之律
Sentience.
者。
What,
干嘛？
never see a
没见过别人
friend
串门儿。
visiting?
我要是想进
I'm
入
much
其他
more
人的思
skilled than
维，
you in
可比
getting
你
into
要说
people's
得多。
head. It's okay,
没事。
don't mind her.
你不用
She's
在意
never
她。
been good at handling these
他一向不擅
situations.
长应付这种时候。
There's no need to
别
talk
用
like
这种
that,
语
Fu
气嘛，
Hua.
班长。
It's just
一定要说的话，
some
只是
time
多个假而
off.
已。
You
你
misunderstood.
误会了。
I'm after
我
something
在意的
else.
其实不是这方面。
Here's an
举个
example.
例
The
子吧。
Herrscher of Sentience always
比如，
calls me old
虽然
timer.
时之律者一直称呼我为老古董，
And I did
但我还是
feel
第一次
I've
在面对你
gotten
的
a
时
little
候，
old for the first
感到
time
自
I
己的
faced
确有些
you.
老了。
Don't say that. It was
别
no
这么说，
different than we were at
现在
St.
和
Freya
大家在圣弗
anyway.
雷亚的时候也没有什么区别啊。
Speaking of which,
这么说来，
the mission you were
班长一
on,
直以来的使
is it
命，
finished?
这样就算是彻底结束了吧？
Is there
有什么
anything
想
you
要
want
在
to
接
do
下来去做的
next?
事吗？
To be honest,
实话
I
说，
haven't thought much
我还
about
没有
it.
仔细想过。
And now,
而且，
talking to
在
you
这种时候向你谈
about
论
my
自己的自由，
freedom is
也实在
just...
是。
You really are an old timer. Kiana said it's no different than we were at St. Freya. So why do you keep making things boring for yourself?
你怎么还在这里自找没趣呢？
And you said I'm not good at handling the situation, but seems to me you're the one. Herrscher of Sentience, don't be angry. Let me
让我
guess.
猜猜看，
You're going to go on a
是要去旅
trip or
行，
continue your
还是
old
继续
life
当
and
你的
open
生
up
活
a
去看
martial
漫
arts
画？
school? Maybe continue your
也可能
studies?
是继续学业吧，
It's kind of like
算是旅行吧。
traveling. Herself
石之旅者
Sentience
说
said she wants
自己
to
想要
wander
在山
around
中走走，
Shenzhou. She
而
insists
且
on having me as her
一定要
guide
有这个
because
最
I'm
熟
the
悉的
most
人做我
familiar.
向导。
Most
最
familiar?
熟悉，
I hope it's not because she thinks it's more
该不会是
dignified
觉
to
得
have a
有些人
celestial
做向导
as her
更有面
guide.
子吧？
I'm still here.
我还在这儿呢，
I
谁
insisted?
叫我一定？你自己非
I
要做出来
told you
关我
I'm
什么事儿？
super
我都
healthy
说自己
and
健康的很，
just
没有
as
任何
relaxed
经验
without
这
a
样潇
hurt
洒，
core.
你还矫
And you
情交
don't
易？
believe me. These two
这两
things
件
are,
事
forget it. Let's just pretend is like what
就
you
姑且当
said.
做是你说的那样好
Anyway,
了。
the plan is for me
总
to meet
之，
her
结
regularly
论
and
是
take
我
her
定
to
期和她打个
places
照面，
she doesn't
带她
quite
去一些
know.
一个人逛不懂的地方。
You're
还
still
是
the
和以前一
same.
样啊，
And
而
compared with
且
the past,
石
the
之旅
Hertz
者
of
可能也的
Sentience
确
might
比以
need more
前更需要
care.
别人照顾。
We cannot
虽
be
然还不能确
sure
定
what
会
will
发生什么，
happen,
但
and there
比
will
起过
definitely
去，
be much
我
less
会能
Honkai
看到这机
energy
会少
compared
上
to
很多。
before. I will keep an eye on
我会旅
it.
行的。
Then see you again, Fu Hua.
那暂时再见了，班长。
Senti, you
小
take care of
石，
yourself
你也要
too.
多注意照顾自己啊。
Okay, okay, that's about it.
差不多就得了。
It's just a
意思都是
vacation
度个假而
anyway.
已，至于
Why
像生
talk
离死
like
别
it's
一
the
样的。
last time you'll see each
还有，
other?
小
Senti,
石
that's
是多余的。
unnecessary. You're right.
说的也是。
This time, it really
真的
is
再见了。
goodbye.
喂，
You.
你
Never mind.
算了，
Anyway,
反正
you've got skill.
还挺有两下
Not
子的，
bad.
不错啊。
It's not just that.
可不止两下子呢。
I don't need to worry about
班长
Fu
和
Hua
石之
and
旅者
the
果然也不需要担心。
Herrscher of Sentience.
那
Next,
接下来
it
果
has to
然
be the two of
还得是他
them.
们俩。 嗨，
Hi,
我回来
I'm
啦。
back.
天哪，
I thought for sure that
我还
one
以为
of
你
you
们肯
would
定有一个人会
say
深情地
welcome
对我
back,
说
Kiana, in a
欢迎
voice
回
full
来。
of
天
emotion.
哪，
If you
如
wish,
果你希
Branya
望
doesn't mind
让
saying
Branya
it
不介意
in the
按
way
你
you
想的样子，
imagined.
重新说一遍。
What? The signal was interrupted just
什么嘛？
now, but it
明明刚
turns
才
out
信号突
Branya
然中
wasn't
断，
worried
结
about
果
me
布
at
兰妮亚一
all.
点也不担心我。
Looks like you weren't worried about
你
me
不也是吗？
either. So, Kiana, have you already talked to the
Kiana
others?
你已经和其他人聊过了。
Let me think.
我
I
想
talked
想，
with
有
Auntie,
大
Dad,
姨妈、老
Sis,
爸、姐
Fu
姐、
Hua, and the
班
Herrscher of
长和石之
Sentience.
旅者。
Me and
雅伊
Branya
和
should
布
be the
兰
last
妮应该
ones
就是最后
before
的
I
吧。
completely absorb
在
the
我彻底接受
power
中间
of
肢
the
解的力
cocoon
量
of
之前，
finality. In that
既然如
case,
此，
let's leave
那
May
就
to
干脆
the
把雅
end.
伊留在最后吧。
Actually, Branya
其
thought
实，
about it a
在
lot
刚才这段
and
时间
feels
里
that these things
布朗
don't
尼亚
need
想
to
了
be
很
said
多，
explicitly.
但又觉得这些东西并不需要布隆尼亚去专门说明。
After all,
毕竟
Kiana's
对于
future
平淡
life
未
is
来的生
something
活，
Branya is
布
not
隆尼
worried
亚
about
不
at
关
all.
心。
It feels like
我
Branya
觉
is
得
a
布朗尼
really
亚好
heartless
优秀，
person. Because
因为
you're Kiana.
你是 Kiana 呀。
Because you're Kiana, you can definitely adapt much better to life over there than anyone else. Because you're Kiana, you can definitely do much better a job than
你
anyone
比
else.
任何人都更容易完成那份特殊的工作。
Because you're
因为
Kiana.
你是 Kiana，
So, Branya will just smile and say goodbye.
布朗尼亚会笑着和你道别。布朗尼
Of
亚，
course, Branya also knows that there will be special times when Kiana will need us to be with her. So to solve this problem, Branya decided to play co-op games with Kiana every night. As for what we'll be playing, let's start by playing the 312 games in Branya's game library.
游戏都玩一遍吧。
Sure, but watch out, I might beat you on the
不
leaderboard.
过你可要小心一点，说不定玩着玩着，你的游戏排名就会被我超过去哦。
According to the Project Bunny analysis result, the probability of
那样
that
的概
is
率
1%.
是1%。
It's not 0.0001% anymore? Can I get such a huge increase
成为了
after
中间之
becoming the
力
Herrscher
者，
of
原来
Finality?
可以有这么大的提升吗？
Playing games is
打
not
游戏又是
conducting
做实验，
experiment. There are
很多存在
always
某些无法控制的
uncontrollable
变量，
variables like May
比
telling me
如
to go easy on
雅伊
you
看不
because
得
she
你一直
can't
说
bear to see you keep
叫我
losing.
让让你什么的。啊，
May, are you saying that the few games I won in Saint Freya were because Bronya let me win? No, I swear to the moon, those were all the result of Kiana's own efforts. Speaking of which, I don't like to play games as much as you guys do, but I know that from games like hopscotch, rope skipping, soccer, basketball, Go, chess, and of course various electronic products. No matter how many years pass, or how many types of games there are, or how many iterations these games have been through, the original purpose of inventing games was to let people who play experience a certain feeling. This feeling can come from victory, beating a level, or playing the game itself. But I only hope when someone is immersed in the game, with a mind filled with the idea of winning and losing and works really hard, he or she can derive simple joy from playing. May is very wrong then. Cheating in a game can take the fun out of it sooner or later, but there may be only one way to get more joy out of a game when I'm not good enough to win. You mean get May to join us, of course. I'm really not good at this. It doesn't matter. I'll be happy even if I lose because I'm on a team with May. Just like the last time we had a snowball fight. Since Kiana says so, Bronya won't go easy on you anymore. It's 2-on-1. May and I aren't afraid of you. After going off topic for so long, it feels like I have to be like Bronya at the start and say something serious. Kiana, back in the mind space, we said we would go home together. But now, even though we can keep in contact, play games with you every night, and come to the moon to visit you in our free time, it's not the same as truly going home. It's okay, I don't mean to criticize. It just came to me that later, when everyone's working and living on Earth, we'll look up into the sky and think of you. We all think of you as a really great friend. So what I'm actually trying to say is, come home early, Kiana. I will. If there's anything we can do to help, just contact us. Of course. Honestly speaking, I'm already looking forward to working with anti-entropy professors. Oh, Nagamitsu might be in the first group to study finality data. Shouldn't you first be learning how to cook? Okay, let's save the jokes for another time. Kiana still has the last, or should I say first thing to do, right? That's true, but I'm suddenly worried that Kiana might have gotten on the wrong train, so please May, help her out. Bronya has something else to do, so Bronya is not going. About the first game we'll play, pick the one that's the most fun. Don't you trust Bronya's judgment? See you later, Kiana Idioka. I still have a lot to talk about with you all, but I suddenly don't know where to start.
也突然不知道说什么好。
Should I ask Bronya for advice about
我是不
this?
是也该向 Bronya 好好请教一下呢？
How sophisticated and independent she is. We do have a lot to learn
我们的确都有
and
很
a
多事
long
要
way
学
to go.
有很长的路要走啊。
And luckily,
而幸好
we also
我们
have
都有足
enough
够的时
time.
间。
Speaking of
不
which,
过说起
I
来，
think I haven't
我
told
好像还没
Kiana
有
my
和
decision
Kiana
for the
说过自己
future.
未来的打算嘛。
Do you have something definite in mind,
牙医
May?
有什么明确的想法吗？
I think I'm going to be a teacher.
我想，我会选择教师作为自己的职业。
Like Kimiko sensei.
像基子老师
Not
那样。
exactly. I never drink after all.
毕竟我从来都不喝酒嘛。
But let me use flowers and fruits as an
就让我
analogy.
用花朵和果实来打比方
Every
吧。
piece of fruit grows from a lucky flower,
都诞生
with
自一朵
blooming
幸
and
运的花。
pollination. It persists through the hot sun, the wind,
历经烈
and
日
the
炙
rain,
烤，
and at
风吹
last
雨
it
打，
becomes a new life.
最终成为一个新的生命。
I do not worry
我并
about
不
the
会为
fruit
果实本
itself
身烦恼，
because it has already
因为它
brought
已经在
itself
自己的道路
about
上
on its
实现
own
了自己。
path.
我只会
I
拾起
will
花瓣，
only pick up the
将它的
petals
礼
and
服
offer whatever
献给路途
fragrance
中遇见的
remain
每一
to
个人。
everyone along my
我要
way.
告诉他们，
Tell them of
那
the
朵花曾为
strong
了滋养
winds
着
and
它的
cold
世
rain
界，
the flower had
经过了
endured
怎样
to
的狂
nourish the
风，
world.
又忍住了怎样的冷雨。
As a similar
而作
being,
为和它
I
类似的
too
存在，
want to protect the
我也
young
想用我
sprouts
小小的
around
花
me
瓣
with my little
去庇护
petals
身边那些萌芽，
until this
直到
world
这
is
世
full
界
of
鲜花遍
flowers,
地，
until those
直到那
flowers
些花
become new
儿
lives.
成为焕然一新的生命。
As expected of May, I wouldn't be able to think of such mature
我可想不
words.
出这么长舌的话呢。
Really? And who was it that said,
那
this is all
这
of
是全人类
humanity's
对命运发
resistance
起的抗争，
against
又是谁说的
destiny?
话呢？
Ah, May?
牙医，
A train whistle interrupted the chatting girls. The train slowly pulled into the station where no other train had stopped, as if beckoning those who befitted it. The train doors opened. In silence, they smiled at each other. As in the past. As in the future. When a story is about to end, we'll always think of its
その始ま
beginning,
りを思い出す。
just like the past,
昔に戻ったかのように。
just like now, right?
そうだろ
You don't seem to
君
be
は驚いていない
surprised.
ようだ
The landscape is worth cherishing,
懐か
isn't
しいだ
it?
ろ
Stop being so narcissistic. Unlike us, she still has to forge ahead.
進み続けるんだから。
Surprised to see me, aren't you? But are we missing someone?
足りないね。
Oh, now everyone is here.
揃った。
しかし残念だ
Unfortunately,
僕たちの物語
our
は
story
もう
has
終わった
ended. Let the people from the past stay in the
過去に
past.
残ってもらおう
So, goodbye.
さよなら。
You've got nothing to say? You've done
よくや
well.
った。
May. Just like before. So much has happened. Indeed. Do we have to part ways again here and now? No. We will stay together till the end this time. Yeah, we've been to many different places and created wonderful memories. This is a story about love, and it will end with love. So let's forge ahead, step by step, like before. Look, these are our footprints. They're here no matter when. Kiana.
When good friends are going away, will you wish them to remember your name? Good days are passing away, will you promise your heart remains the same? Never can we suspend the time, having to leave the tracks behind. There is a longer way ahead. After all, there used to be a storyteller who always painted the sunshine and the rain. As you eventually grow up, spending a lifetime to taste of life and pain. Never can we suspend the time, having to leave the tracks behind. There is a long way ahead. If it's too hard to say goodbye, give us a try to sing around. We are the beauty of this world. Always shine.
这是我们一起创造的故事。
This is the story we
故
created
事
together.
总有结束的时候，
All stories
但留下的
eventually
记
come
忆
to an
不会消
end,
失，
but the memories
传
they
递的感
leave
情
and
不
the
会消
feelings they
失。
convey do not
他们会成为
disappear.
后来者的钥匙，被人铭
They will
记，
become the keys
延
for
伸向
those
未
who come
来，
after
永
to be
远存在。
remembered, reaching
比如
into
说，
the future
每
to
当我们打
exist
开这颗
forever.
时间胶囊，
For
我们
example,
都会与
every
一个
time
名
we
叫
open this
提安
time
娜·卡斯拉
capsule,
娜的女孩
we will
重
meet
新相
again
遇。
with this girl
那
called
时，
Kiana
她对于
Kaslana.
世间的一切还
At
懵
that
懂无
time,
知，
she was ignorant of
而
everything
我
in the
们也知
world.
道，在她选择的那条
And
路
we
上，
also know that the
有即将
path
到
she
来的苦
chose
难
would bring
和
her
无法逃避
suffering
的
and
命运。
inescapable
不
destiny.
过，更重要的是，
But what's more
在那
important
之
is,
后，她也会遇见世界上最美
after
好
all
的
of
事物。
that, she would also encounter the most beautiful
因为爱
thing
的珍
in the
宝。
world, the treasure called love.
哦，是牙医的消息呢。
Oh, a message from May.
是啊，新的工作转眼就
Right,
要
my
开
new
始了。
task is going to start
那
so
么
soon.
在此之前，
And before that, in that mood, she took a picture of the surface of the moon. The earth was blue and pure at that moment, just like every other day in the past billion years. Project Stigma seemed like a dream, and the samsara of finality seemed to have become a long-lost myth. Just like when she jumped off that drone on an afternoon long ago.
不过好像缺了点什么呢。
But there's something missing.
对了，这
Ah,
样，
right.
然后这样，
This and
就这样
that.
来一张吧。
Okay, this picture will
提
do.
安娜，出击！
Go, Kiana.